but it's about 1,000 square foot in total, the gymnasium, 146-inch 4K television. Just want to point out the signed football boot by Pele. So I'm gonna have to do a secret code here, so watch this. The big reveal, follow me. Hi there, Luxury Home Show. My name is Andrew Southern. I'm the real estate king. Welcome to the High Life Show home here at Virginia Water, Wentworth. Come on in, guys. Welcome inside the property. This is obviously a nice grand entrance, which is fitting for the house. I actually bought the house built, and what I've actually done is I've spent about £6 million doing the house up, and I've very much taken it from what I call a developer spec into an end user spec, and now it's a show home. So there's lots of different features and bits and pieces that I want to talk you through. But you've got the nice proportions of the properties you come through. You've got the toilet on the right. And I've spent money on the toilets because everyone needs to use the toilet. So everything is a showcase for what we do. Coming through the entrance, one of the things you notice is the safety and security. So we've got solid steel core doors. We've got the highest level of security on the property for obvious reasons. There's about 35 cameras around the house, fully monitored, full CCTV. You come into the property now, you've got the marble floor, the grand piano, and what we call starbursts is you've got the staircase, which are lights by Mui Mui. So there's lots of different things you've got here. The wallpaper is very nice as well. You've got this sort of nice touch feel, tactile type wallpaper, and all the fittings. Everything's black and gold. Can I take you through to the kitchen? So the kitchen's got an interesting story. It was designed by Smallbone. So Smallbone are British joinery manufacturer based out in Wiltshire. So it's all handmade. The top here is an engineered top because, as you know, marble is pervious, so it takes in stains. So this is actually engineered to keep that nice polished finish. This is the main centerpiece called Icarus. So I worked with the principals Bob and Ron Samesh to design that. Lux Holdings. So it's beautiful, can take up to about 250 kilos of weight, believe it or not, but it becomes like a centerpiece. We've got a second kitchen for all the back of house, obviously for the property of this size. It's 12,300 square feet now, including the gymnasium at the bottom, which was shown in good time. But yeah, it works really well as a family kitchen, and the detailing works really well. Obviously it pops at night. We've got lots of different mood lighting to create different ambiances, obviously, whether you're working and actually cooking here, or obviously chilling out with your pals and your friends and family. Appliances-wise, we've got the Sub-Zero. This is the same fridge that they have in the White House, but yeah, that's the Sub-Zero, so that's the one that's actually hanging with the man. So that's from the presidential suite. We've got the Wolf cooker as well, which is gas, as I say. You've got 6 rings there, but you've also got a hot plate, obviously fully functional extract, but you can open up the whole back of the kitchen anyway, which is on a north-south axis, so you can bring in lots of daylight and entertain to your heart's content. One of the big things that I really respect the original developer did is he got the spaces right. In all properties, you've got to start by designing from the inside out, and so the spaces flow. So whilst it's a large house, each space and each zone is very much designed so it's intimate and you have that feeling, and this really does capture that. So whatever zone you're in, I mean, even the kitchen table there is shaped like a surfboard. It just helps with the flow and helps with, as you know, when you go to a restaurant, you want to be on a circular table with your family, the engagement better. So all these details are built in on day one. You've got to get the spaces right, and then you put the layers in terms of the interior design and the finish. There's a big story behind Rocco, aren't you? He was trained by some very good dog trainers, the best of the business, Poseidon. So his sister's actually in the SBS, Special Forces, so yeah, pretty cool, really. But he's the most loving dog, honestly, and he just wants to be around you all the time. Good boy. Whoa. Stay there, lad. Hi guys, yes, so now I'm going to step down into the dining area. So originally when I bought the property, this was actually a little sort of TV cubby hole area, almost like an extension of the kitchen. But we kept the marble. We brought in this beautiful parquet flooring that you see here with the gold detail. And obviously, got the heart of the house in the kitchen, but this nice step down allows you to, I suppose, put on more grand events. Obviously, you get a lot of clients and friends and family that come over. This is actually Stingray, this table. All the furniture is bespoke, every single piece is bespoke to fit the house. As I mentioned before, the spaces work particularly well, but actually now with the furniture laid on top, it creates, obviously, makes the zone work. And the interior designer of this furniture is a guy called Luigi. And it's quite funny. Guess what his brother's name is?
It's not Mario.
It's Mario.
No, it isn't.
It is, and he's Italian. Seriously.
They're not plumbers.
But they're not plumbers, no, they're interior designers. But Luigi's now got into development, so this property was on the last, he's done my last 3 houses. But he's just got a great eye. But the overarching interior design was done by a guy called Tim Barrett. who works for me directly, and he did our future generation student portfolio. And so you end up with this quite sort of dark, moody feel across the house, but there are different zones which you'll see as we go through. Well, this is, it's called Get the F Off My Boat, basically a David Yarrow classic, reflecting on the Wolf of Wall Street. There's Jordan Belfort, the man himself, not Leonardo DiCaprio, and obviously it's that very, very famous scene where he has the lobsters and he throws it at the FBI when they're investigating him. So Get the F Off My Boat. It's quite interesting because it has connotations to me when I first started in Mayfair, and people messing around. Everyone loves the film. I think it's a fantastic film. Should have won an Oscar. There's also through there another David Yarrow, which I'll take you to, which is a beautiful Black Panther. So Maddox Gallery got me this, but it's a beautiful piece that sits above that marble fireplace with the gold detailing. Again, the fireplace there is taken out. You've got a modern context of an open fire. It's a gas fire. It very much like is blue and yellow flames. It works. And again, coming through to the TV room, you've got the large sofa bed. I mean, you can get a good 10, 15, 20 people. A lot of people have slept here overnight. I've even had Prince Nassim, the boxer, come on this sofa and watch some of his backlog of YouTube clips on the Samsung wall, which is this 146-inch 4K television, which is fabulous by Samsung. And you've got the Dolby 8.1 surround sound system. There's actually 16 speakers in this room. So you've got the 4 subwoofers in the ceiling, you've got 2 subwoofers behind, so you get that volumetric sound. And the best film to watch on here is the new Top Gun film, Maverick, Top Gun 2. The best film to watch.
So for anyone watching, if they want one of those, how much is it going to send them?
At the moment, they're probably retails about £150,000. At the time when I bought it was £225,000. But High Life, you know, one of my companies, a tech company that's the show home, we can do an install for you, but we're open to negotiation, of course. And then how we've broken up the space is with this slightly gothic Batman type fish tank, which there are now 3 piranhas. Originally there were 10, based in my office in Argyle Street. A bit like the property game, a bit of a dog eat dog world or a piranha eat piranha world. There's now only 3 because when they got hungry, they've turned on each other. Barbaric, well, that's what they do in the wild, but it's very symbolic of sometimes what it's like out in the real world. Again, you can see on the ceiling here, you've almost like the inside of a Rolls. If you've ever been in a Rolls Royce, you have the lighting that's very, so here we didn't want to go as ostentatious as that, but you've got this sort of glitter ceiling. To get this detail was very, very difficult for the builders. It's how we had to keep doing it and redoing it just to get that sort of final finish. And just before we leave this room, I just want one last thing to show you, which is a solid gold remote control that was gifted to me by a friend. It's quite interesting because it's based on the Samsung wall remote control. The problem you've got is there's no volume on it and there's no inputs. So at the moment it just looks like a beautiful ornament, but it's very heavy, very weighty, and obviously adds to the je ne sais quoi of the room. Right then, so yeah, back in the entrance hall now. I was going to tell you a bit about this. So this is a very interesting piece of art curated by a good friend of mine at the Connor Brothers. It's called the Peacemaker. It's actually a gun from the Wild Wild West. It was designed by a lady called Nancy Fuchs. There's only 5 in the world. Jason Statham's got 2, and I've got 1. And basically, it's been covered in thorns from Kensington Palace Gardens and dipped in silver. And the reason why it's in a box is quite interesting because one day, a member of staff had come home and he'd actually put a clipboard on the gun and it actually broken and fallen off. So it's protected for its own benefit. I don't ask me why he did that, but anyway, he did. So we've got some quite interesting bits and pieces, again, that just add to the whole interior design and come through to where all the magic happens. This is it's my home office. I love this space. Again, it works very well from an orientation point of view. So this is now north facing, so it tends to be cooler. The walls are double skinned oak, and we've also got this beautiful suede finish here. And something very, very unique about the room is actually above you. So these are acoustic panels. Because I love the look of the parquet floor, and obviously I do a lot of Zoom calls, team calls, way of the world post-COVID. I didn't want a rug to cover the parquet floor because I like that luxury feel. So the acoustics really is sheltered by using this, and it comes a nice design feature, pulling through the red detail at the end, which obviously looks at the quite unique Ronnie and Reggie Cray, what you're looking at, which always makes a bit of a focus when you're on a Zoom or a Teams call. We have the chair from Wall Street here. So I don't know if you remember that, the Michael Douglas chair. So it's actually an Italian piece of furniture, very comfortable and very unique. You've got the bespoke desk with my own coat of arms that I created as a bit of fun. So we sort of pull that through on the gates and the desk as well. And this is obviously a bespoke desk. And I've got the 85-inch Samsung TV behind you. And there's also a development scheme, because I'm a real estate developer. So we're very big into student housing, affordable housing. So yeah, and you've got a nice space here, look, where you can entertain. So if I've got private meetings, people come to visit. We sit in these black and gold chairs, you've got the marble table, and of course the customary pinball machine, which again was in our office in Argyle Street. We've got it here, but we're looking to open up a new office and we've got new big things happening. Come through, guys, to the deal room. Come through. So yeah, this room is the deal room. So it's like a gentleman's club type feel. I'm not sure I'm just going to say that nowadays, but that sort of feel of the, the wood and the tobacco and the, the Chesterfield sofa. And again, this piece of artwork is quite interesting, the black and gold. So it's Elvis Presley's first check and some black and gold revolvers that go with it. We've got the technology in here, we've got the Control 4 system sound throughout the house. Actually in here we've got the Samsung speaker, brilliant boombox speaker, goes multicoloured, and it's actually off an old-fashioned or a modern version of the record player. So when I sometimes want to get away from the technology, and I come in with a family, we play board games like chess, Monopoly, put records on and just chill out. And it's not all about the drinking, by the way. I'm actually on a 6-week detox, but a lot of these things I've just picked up from friends, and it's quite nice to come in here and just have a drink. There's also, behind you, a Monopoly fruit machine. And also, look at this, small bone again. Gorgeous.
How's that detox?
Well, it's going well today. So the Monte Cristos, and I've got, like a banker gave me this, it's got some nice notes, and, through relationships, everything's relationship driven. But there we go, let's see if we can do it in one go, see if it works. Oh, can we get on the board? No. Anyway, better luck next time. Right, we're going to take you through to the indoor swimming pool. Before we do, just want to point out the signed football boot by Pele. Yeah, I bought this in an auction, but we all love football, we all love Pele. What's not to like, really. So yeah, we'll take you through to the indoor pool. So we've got face recognition, which is always good for the children, obviously around swimming pools. So this is obviously a very nice space. We've got the massage table. We have the indoor steam room. It's a really good steam room. Get all the baths, cleans yourself out. We have the shower room in there and dressing area for both the indoor pool and the outdoor pool. And it also is a toilet for the gymnasium, which you'll see in due course. So you've got to think about all these different things. It's quite warm in here because obviously we need to keep the temperature of the pool, keep condensation down. But long term, to be honest, I'm probably going to wind this down and have it just at room temperature with chlorinated, and probably put a perspex stroke glass dance floor over the pool. And then of course we need a glitter ball. And then High Life, we're going to do a lighting system that works with the music and basically turn it into an indoor nightclub and spa area, because to be honest, with the outdoor pool, this is about a 14 by 3. The outdoor pool is 18 by 5, and it just works better. You can swim up and down. It's a much better space. You'd rather be outdoor. So I'll still keep the inner workings and make sure it still all works, but the reality is I'm probably going to turn it into a nightclub. So here we go to the outdoor area. Stunning day. So this is directly south facing. So we get the sun at the back from 9 a.m. But what a fantastic space. The whole back of the house, which you'll see later on, the elevation is one of my favourite elevations, the rear elevation. We've got the entertainment space here with 10, 12 chairs. We've got the sunken garden. We've got the outdoor cinema. So we're actually just designing this area now. We're going to make it like Soho farmhouse with sort of fire with natural logs and sort of outdoor beanbags with blankets, etc. You've got the table on the outside, which replicates the one on the inside for entertainment. You've got the solid oak pergola with lights referencing Wentworth. We're on the Wentworth estate. Those lovely sort of incandescent LED lights. And of course, you've got the outdoor kitchen as well come through. So here we've got teppanyaki. I've actually not used it yet, so you can technically, cook all your meats and fish. We've got the outdoor pizza oven, which is good fun for the children. And we're entertaining. And we've got the proper Napoleon, proper cookout barbecue. We do rotisserie chicken. We've got an ice machine. We've got an outdoor fridge for the beers. We've got full water and waste. So there really is self-contained at the back, which makes it very, very easy to entertain, which is principally what this house is for, as a show home. A lot of entertainment, a lot of clients, and we're trying to sell our services and products. So we're now moving into the sort of semi-sunken area. So this is obviously very much an entertainment space. We've got the hot tub powered by the outdoor pool, and the hot tub are powered by 4 air source heat pumps by Samsung. So it makes it more sustainable, the bills are more manageable. It has an electrical load longer term I want to get solar panels on the roof up here because it's south-facing. Once I've got that electrical load, then I can actually get this almost to carbon neutral, the house, keep the maintenance costs down, which is very, very important, carbon footprint. And then where you are actually now is this beautiful sort of sunken fire pit area. So you've got the water and the fire. We can't really show you at the moment because obviously it's daytime, but you end up with this lovely, nice glow at night. So here, at the top there, I don't know if you can see the glazed units at the top, but on that very, very top floor in that secret room, which we'll reveal shortly, the plan is then to have some DJ decks up there. I think we've got 30 speakers outside, including 2 bass units from Space, the nightclub, which has been replaced by High in Ibiza. So we get some superstar DJs. You can see the stonework needs some cleaning. So it's continual maintenance, cleaning, preparing. You know, the work never stops on a property like this. You know, it really is almost like a stately home, and it has to be showcased at its best, right? Moving on to one of the main focus points is the swimming pool. It's an outdoor swimming pool. It's in black and gold, so it retains the heat. Heat from the sun, runs at about 28 degrees, as I say, from the Samsung air source heat pumps. But you've got areas to get in, so stairs within the pool here. You've got lying areas. So it's about half a metre deep, but it goes nicely down to 3.2 metre deep at the far end, which allows you to dive. And one of our best pals, Daniel Asheville-Louisi, built a solid concrete diving board. And we're now moving into sort of phase 3 of work. So we've done phase 1, phase 2, and we're now into phase 3. So phase 3 is going to incorporate a balcony off the master or the principal suite. And then we've got a Japanese garden. So I've got an artist coming tomorrow. He's going to design a water slide sculpture, which is great again for the kids and entertaining. What a great showpiece. Plunge pool and sauna. So you've got the steam, the sauna, the plunge. They're probably, as a tick list of luxury properties, things that you need now. I'm also going to get an infrared bed like Dana White. I don't know if you watch the UFC, but he's, you know, very much into his health and fitness now. Now I'm approaching 50, I'm 50 in January. Having the infrared bed, plunge pool, training, eating good diet, it's all part of it. It's all part of my evolution to live a longer, healthier lifestyle. So you've got the concrete diving board, which is fantastic. Sometimes do a bit of meditation there in the morning. We've got this sort of wandering engineered deck that brings you through this Japanese garden. But long-term plan is, as I say, to have a water slide. Here's a sculpture that goes into the swimming pool. It can take, it's got the depth. The water feed's already in here, so it's already future-proofed. And this is quite a nice area. The dog likes to terrorise this area, and as I say, gets peppered with footballs by my eldest daughter. Right, now we're going to go through to the gym. It's one of my favourite parts of the property. I do a lot of gym work. I try and train most days. Because of the planning, you're only allowed a certain amount of square footage on the site. So this is actually a temporary structure. It's built with SIPS panels, but to get the planners on side, it's actually covered in burnt larch. You've got this lovely sort of burnt larch black feel to what is a temporary structure. And then the quality of this gym is fantastic, the build quality. So you've got these doors that slide back. So please come through. So yeah, as I say, the gym area is one of my favourite parts of the house. We have Samsung air conditioning, so there's 3 vents across here, so it can be temperature controlled. I particularly like it on the cooler side, because once I'm in, I like to train hard. The kit, Hammer Strength, which is the high-end brand of Life Fitness, was prescribed by one of my best friends, Daniel Asheville-Louisi, who's got his own YouTube channel and worked on the house as well. So he specified all the kit, so it ticks all the boxes. We also, as High Life, do gymnasiums, so we work with Gareth Bale to do his. So again, it again references and showcases elements that we do in our respective businesses as part of the Southern Grove Group. You've got this industrial feel, you've got the checker plates, obviously works very well with banging and clanging, to use the Rock's parlance, and obviously the mirrors, so you can check yourself out. But it's about 1,000 square foot in total, the gymnasium. Very much focuses on strength and conditioning. I've got points here to bring in a rower or cardio machines behind you. You've got the Peloton bike, which has got a fantastic view of the house. So when in the Peloton bike, you've got that beautiful view, just inspires you and makes you want to move things forward, makes you reflect on what we've achieved. And here you've got the jiu-jitsu mats. Now, I shouldn't really be standing on this, and it probably needs a good clean, but I've started doing jiu-jitsu. I highly recommend anyone doing jiu-jitsu. Great form of self-defense. I'm a pugilist, I love boxing. I sponsor boxers, I used to Thai boxing, but I think for children very much in today's difficult world in London, jiu-jitsu is the one. And as I say, you can peel back all the doors, which are just beautifully designed. And so you get the inside-outside space. And then you're back to the engineered board, and look at that for a view. Look at that back of the house. It inspires me every day to push further and further. This is our 5G football pitch, which is floodlit, as you can see on the trees here as well. And we have a net out the back to capture the rogue balls that fly over. We've done quite a few events actually. We did the Euros here. So we have a relationship with Football Escapes, which is owned by Rio Ferdinand and Bobby Zamora and the crew and Sam Hubert. And so High Life sponsors Football Escapes. They do these, family tours all over the world, Dubai, Portugal. It's fantastic. Michael Owen was involved. And my daughter got the bug for football on the back of it. She now plays for Brentford, which is wicked, and she trains out here about 4 hours a day, actually. If anyone wants to train, you need to do 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours of anything will make you the best at it. Anyway, right, I'm going to try and dust off barefooted and try and put one top bin. So let's have a go, shall we? Oh, no! I tried to do it on the outside of the boot. Failed miserably. Right, so welcome to the first floor landing. This is, again, has got the same detail that we pulled through from the entranceway. So you've got this really nice tactile sort of faux leather wallpaper. Artwork from Lauren Baker. There's 2 pieces. There's a third one in the 2-bedroom flat that sits above the garage, which is a neon that says "Together we burn brighter." Below you, you've got the industrial propeller. So all the time, you're just pulling through different design ideas, creating discussion points, moments, and basically just making the space more enjoyable. Come through to the master bedroom, the principal bedroom. Again, you've got lots of different design areas going on here. It's a very, very large space. So principally that's broken up with this bespoke sofa, suede sofa, because the space is so grand. It's one of the biggest principal master rooms I've seen. We have air conditioning above the bed. We've got the sort of Fendi-esque backboard, which also is a bit of fun with it. All the curtains are controlled using Control 4. So at a touch of a button, they close, and that sounds ridiculous, but when you've got 6 curtains in one room, it's quite user-friendly. On the wallpaper, you've got different colourways. So here we've gone for the lighter that obviously works with the grey, similarly with the tub chairs, which opens onto the Juliet balcony onto the south-facing garden. And then this is the largest bed. I think it's a Caesar or an Emperor. I can never get it which way around. So it's the largest bed you can possibly get. And one of the main features we had to deal with here, this is the rear, of course, of the stairwell. So as you come up, you saw the Miu lights. So again, getting this wallpaper and the feel of this, was very, very important. But overall, it's got a lovely feel. You pretty much don't need to leave this room. There's an indoor fridge like you're getting in a hotel. And when I'm designing stuff and when I'm building stuff, I reference things I like in hotels and obviously reciprocated here. So it's very, very hard actually for me to stay somewhere that actually ticks all the boxes like this property does. We've got an 85-inch Samsung screen with Sonos soundbar. Again, actually, it's relatively small. When you look at the distance from here to the headboard, you could probably do the size bigger, but I didn't want it to be too imposing on the room. I still want to keep that homely feel. You've got the fire, which is quite nice. You need a bare rug. We've got a 24 karat gold coffee machine. And in the joinery here, we've got basically a Samsung air conditioning unit, which is pretty special and just takes down the temperature in the house. So here, moving on, you can see you've got the different, again, it just works, it flows. You've got obviously the nice switch plates and thermostats. Please come through to the black and gold dressing room. It's been, again, handmade in Wiltshire, so almost like an Armani Casa type feel to it. You've got the gold mirrors and lots of black t-shirts. But yeah, it's all handmade in Wiltshire and works really well. And obviously I've got my bits and pieces, bring up my cufflinks, here to put your shoes area, and you've got the parquet floor. So this is a wonderful space, obviously internal with no natural light. Come through to the bathroom. I really like this. I didn't actually do a lot to it. It was very much like this. A few little bits and pieces I've done, but the particular detailing I like that the previous developer did is this marble architrave. The bath is Italian. It's got this Italian tile which works very well. I haven't gone for the hot tub function because you've got the hot tub outside. So this is more just a nice soak away, chill out, relaxing space. You've got different mood lighting as well. And then you've got a large shower as well. You can get at least 2 or 3 people in that shower. And then you've got a separate toilet as well, and with bidet as well, so separate spaces. So the master zone, you've got the master room, you've got the break-up space with the sofa, you've got the balcony, and of course you come through to the dressing room, the bathroom, and the toilet. And I think spatially, it's all on the south face of the house. You've got lots of natural light. I think it works perfectly, and it's hard to find a better space, I think. So coming out of the master suite, I've got all the kids' rooms on this floor. So this is my son's room, so the youngest. Got all these bits and pieces for the 3rd birthday coming up. He's got his crib, his master room, he's got his own ensuite. Every single bedroom within The house has own suites. There's 6 bedrooms in the house, all with en suite. And then there's 2 further bedrooms in the 2-bedroom flat with 1 bathroom, which is pretty special. Come through. So moving on to my daughter's rooms. So this is Mia's room. She designed it herself. So originally it was articulated in a normal way with a bed, 2 bedside units, and for some reason she wanted to do cartwheels down the middle. So we actually redesigned it. So we extended the dwarf wall out here, made it full height, put the headboard in, and we've got this really nice detail here, which is fake flowers. She can change the different moods. Actually, we noticed the acoustics are really good in here as a result. It really does soak it up because she's got so many furnishings. We've gone for the Pink Panther graffiti that was done by Nick Nevin, who famously directed the last 2 Rise of Foot Soldiers, the films I'm involved with. And so it's a relatively small room, but you know, it works for her. She's got the sofa bed, and she's got a beautiful ensuite that any 13-year-old girl would desire. So this is my eldest daughter's room, Ella, 16 in a couple of weeks. So quite a big birthday for her. As you can see, Nick Nevin again did Scrooge McDuck, that's me, Ella, and she's a big Gooners fan. We're an Arsenal household, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately at the moment. One of the things I do particularly like about this room is the bathroom. She's got a solid marble bathroom that was already here and got reference point to St. Lucia, so we've got a bit of a love affair with St. Lucia. So beautiful bathroom for a 16-year-old girl. So it works really, really well, this space. And obviously she's got 2 nice windows with natural ventilation to the garden. So welcome to the 2nd floor. I'm going to take you through to the games room. As you can imagine, this gets a lot of use. It's an entertainment space. It's pretty grand. We've had people a few weeks ago. We had about 15 people stay over. An Irish family came over, so I hosted them, and they loved the property and they actually slept on the sofa here. But you can see all various memorabilia. I've got my film memorabilia from the films I've done. Very proud of the Rise of the Foot Soldier and the franchise I'm involved with. We have the table foosball, which is obviously designed under the natural light. And so again, spatially, this sofa is ergonomic. So you've got the viewing to the screen. I've got a new 110-inch Samsung screen going in. You've got Dolby 5.1 here. So a very different price point to what you saw downstairs. Detail on the sofa. We've got the glass shelves, which allows you to put the drinks. That sounds crazy, but when you're lying on the sofa, you put your drink behind you. So again, it's all design-led features. Obviously, the Southern Grove branded pool table with sufficient working space around it. Again, a Muri light, same as the dining room, same as you saw the starburst in the hallway. And originally, this was actually this window, this fenestration here, was originally just a window. So I had it made into a door, had the roof strengthened. And obviously I've got the safety and security around there to stop people falling over, but you can go out, have a cigar and talk and get some fresh air into the space. We've got the gold rhinoceroses that sits alongside some of the memorabilia, Ronaldo, Vinnie Jones, Paul Gascoigne, Lewis Klitschko, Joshua, a lot of boxing memorabilia, the film Supersonic that I did, and also the film Maradona that I produced and invested in. So yeah, it's a lovely, lovely space, and it works very well for entertaining. The kitchen area is by Smallbone, so we have the Kruger tap, the gold Kruger tap. As you can feel, there's a very different feel here in terms of the joinery, but it's consistent in terms of the quality, but obviously a different palette. So at the top of the house, you've got this natural light. And so this is currently an 85-inch 8K screen, but you wait for this. Can you see anything funny about this room? Is there anything that jumps out of you? Anyone? We have, for me, my favourite, Tim Barrett, James Bond, Roger Moore, which is quite quirky.
My name is Bond. James Bond. A man who drinks Dom Perignon 52 can't be all bad.
DPing all over the world. So I'm going to have to do a secret code here, so watch this. And the big reveal, follow me. Originally this was the gymnasium. I don't know if you've ever been to the Ned in the City of London, but it's got like a vault door. This is the field we're trying to go for here. Come through, please. So believe it or not, this was originally the original design for the gym, which one was too small, and the acoustics weren't right, a lot of noise you'd hear below. It just didn't work as a gym space. We would create it into a sort of secret room, just add a bit of fun to the house and make use of the space. Again, I took out the window and put in some French doors. The balcony there has been strengthened. I referenced it earlier. We can potentially get a DJ set out there and hook everything up by Bluetooth. It'd be quite dramatic if you've ever been to Ushuaia. We have the Southern Grove poker chips, gifted to my friend Nico Leonard, the YouTuber, and you can play poker up here. It's good for the mind. I've been playing Monopoly up here with the kids. As you can hear, the acoustics in here are fantastic. We have a television, we have music, but you've got all the security, you control everything through the Control 4 system. And my friend Marcus Bateman got me this, which is the clock from Wentworth. I'm very honoured to be a member of Wentworth, a debenture holder, which is one of the most fantastic golf courses in the world. And they have the Rolex timepieces like they do at Wimbledon. And so I got a replica in here which works with the whole black and gold theme. I need to actually get my drinks cabinet going, get some high-end stuff, but I need to work a bit harder. And so this is purely for structural purposes only, to keep the ceiling up, and just adds a bit of fun and drama to the room. Similarly with these are the drink stands. I've already had to replace the bays once from guys drinking beer and spilling it all over the beer mat and knackering it. So now we've got white, clean surface and ample storage for drinks. So you've just seen the games room. One of the things I just want to like to show you is this internal toilet here. You've got 24 karat gold ceiling and a beautiful detail going through. I really do like this room. Bit of a conversation piece. This is Rogue's Gallery now. So you've got Dennis Hopper, Sid Vicious, Elvis Presley, Steve McQueen, of course, AGS 69, that was replicated. I haven't got a criminal record, but we had a bit of fun. So this is Rogue's Gallery, and you've got two suites here. You've got the courtyard suite and the garden suite, both done as en suites, and they have hotel, do not disturb signs. We run it like a hotel, so when people come, they get the robe, they get the slippers, and we have a bit of fun with it. Sheer hard work, determination, vision, family support. My family are working class from Lancashire. I was born in Sheffield, raised in Sheffield, my sister. But I had 3 paper rounds, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, 1 on a Sunday. I stacked shelves, I've worked in factories, and so I'm a big believer in hard work. Hard work always outstrips skill. People think that I have this interesting, incredible life, which I do, but it's through sheer hard work, and it never stops. I never really turn off. And I have to give up a lot. But it starts for young people very much with education. It doesn't really matter what you do, but any sort of higher education. I'm a big believer in apprenticeships and college. But university also is very, very important. The people that you meet. Thank you, Rocco, for that. He's always got something to say. Choose your network wisely. Choose your close friends wisely, keep your close friends close. If you've got negative energy at the outset, best to move away from those people as quick as you can, and then you'll be in a happier place, because then you're a direct representative of your network, and those are probably your top 5 people. That's the best advice I can give to anyone.
Thanks so much for showing us around.
Absolute pleasure. Make sure you subscribe. Okay? Right, food. No worries.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Adam Rosenfeld, and welcome to another edition of Luxury Home Show, my favorite show on the web. Today, we are in beautiful Encino, California, at a very special property, one I'm very proud to represent. This is 17321 Rancho Street. This property is spectacular, 14,000 square feet on just shy of an acre.